Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com.
You need to have a Jenkins server. The server is also called as master.
Okay.
We also call it as a master node.
Okay.
Jobs are part of which node? It's always part of master node.
Okay.
Users are part of which node? Again, it's always part of master node. Plugins, credentials, nodes, global settings, security.
Oh.
All of this are part of master node only. It cannot be on any of the slave nodes. The terms are many a times these terms are interchangeably used. Sometimes you only call them master. Master means master node. Master node also means server. Server also mean the machine on which you actually configured or deployed your Jenkins.
Okay.
What are slaves then?
Kind of like, they just follow what the master says and kind of like executing their jobs and other stuff. They are taken care by the slaves.
You can have any number of slaves. I think the limitation is in fact more than 10,000.
Oh, more than for one master you are saying, Hemant, like one master can have around 10,000 slaves?
If I remember correctly, yes.
Oh, okay. And that's pretty huge in that sense. Okay.
We also call them slave node. We also call them the child nodes. We also call them on the executor machines. In terms of characteristics, what kind of machines are possible?
Like kind of a Linux. Yeah, I mean it's written, but yeah, kind of Linux slave. You can have Windows as well. I have seen Linux, Windows, and what else?
And the third important operating system is Mac. And the fourth, these days becoming important, is Android.
Okay.
iOS.
Right.
So, but ultimately the operating system would either be Linux, Windows, or iOS, Mac.
Mac. Okay.
So if so any kind of node, any of these operating system nodes is possible.
Okay.
This concept is new, and this became popular in last 2, 3, 4 years. It's possible to have dynamic slaves. We also call them cloud slaves, cloud nodes.
Okay.
So
why are they called dynamic, Hemant, in the sense like you can, they only come when they are required or something like that? Like,
yes, correct. Absolutely.
So dynamic sense in the sense also. So do you understand the concept of the auto scaling?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Right. So basically, Kubernetes come with the auto scaling concept, right? So whenever needs come, it is going to scale up. Once the needs come, it's going to be scaled down also.
Okay.
Right. So number of this thing is going to be keep changing, right? So we can say that's minimum max there. So there's a ways we can configure it, but we actually don't have a control on that part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's the logic of the basically for the dynamics.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have seen sometimes like if there is more load on those slaves, I mean,
Yes.
sometimes the build won't trigger or something will happen. So, I mean, these kind of slaves, I think will take care of those things. Like if the load goes up, I mean, they will have the auto scaling in place and they will do all those things.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the basic idea of the clouds, right? That anytime you want to scale it, you can do the horizontal scaling. When the things comes, you can scale down also.
Okay.
And when you're going to talk about the Amazon ECS, so Amazon ECS nothing is a container orchestrator similar to the Kubernetes. The only point is here that Amazon ECS built by the Amazon for the EC2. And just for your knowledge, when the way the Kubernetes released in 2015, just after the 6 days, Amazon ECS comes also. So that's our yeah. So Kubernetes come as a for open source for everything, and Amazon EC is specially designed for the as a container orchestrator for the Amazon EC2 machines only.
Oh, okay.
Because we take the training for like a Docker Kubernetes also, so I'm that's in handy with all that data.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If two machines connect to each other, there must be some protocol being used. So what kind of protocols are being used by Jenkins to connect to its slave machines?
Like SSH, I know, like
SSH.
yeah, okay.
And GNS LP.
Can you explain a little bit on this JNLP thing, Hemant? Like, I mean, it's just kind of like, I'm not sure. I mean, what is that?
Vikas is more expert into Java.
Okay.
He can
Okay.
Yeah, please, sorry, what's your question? Sorry, I missed Rajiv.
No, saying because what is that other protocol JNLP? Like, I'm not sure on that. I mean, I know I have worked with the SSH and all. That's fine, but I heard this first time, like JNLP thing, the protocol, like for connection between this master and the slave ones. Yeah.
Hey viewers, our Master in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, Channel P. Actually, this is the protocol basically internally used. We generally don't deal with this. We generally with the SSH is there, while the HTTP is there. So that's the protocol basically we use it. I also have to look for the channel P. 1 minute. So chain P represent the protocol. What's the full form of that part of protocol? Oh, it's a Java Network Launch Protocol.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
You're aware about the chain and also Java Network Interface from that same theme, right? So
yeah, I've heard about it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so basically it's nothing. It's the basically Java Network Launch Protocol.
Okay. Okay.
So in this thing is there, basically it's especially internally designed on JNLP file. And once you're going to click open that file, which contained all the configuration is seen. So all the configuration generally in a JNLP file, and the surrounding like we have like a Java which use that data and use as a protocol, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recently, it's possible to use cloud APIs if particularly you're talking about the cloud slaves. And APIs, we know what protocol it uses. It works on the REST protocol, which is HTTPS based.
Okay.
And GNLP is possible for dynamic slave as well.
Okay. Okay.
These are the default port numbers. Cloud APIs, we know generally the port number is 80. So either we mention or we do not mention is same thing. That's a way we, even in the browser, if we try to hit a website which is deployed on port number 80, if we add that port number in the URL, or if we ignore that IP in the URL, that's fine, because its port 80 is default port. So Cloud API port number 80 is default. So that's why it has not been mentioned. GNLP, but the default port is 50,000, and similarly, the port number for SSH generally used is 22.
22. Okay.
That's what the in the bracket number is.
Okay. Okay.
This is all about theory. Let's jump to some of the hands-on activities for today.
Okay. Okay.
If you want, we can have a break of a minute or two, and then we can resume immediately.
So, like,
Yeah.
how do you find this theory? Do you think is helpful for you just to get a bigger picture, or not going to get any value? Why just ask that question? Because you are participants, so just want to understand the input, right? Because we keep taking the order future batches also. Just want to think from your point of view, because some of the participants suggested to us this is not going to add a value at a ground level, but it's good to know on that part also, because it's going to add a value.
That's important actually, Hemant. I learned new things. No, that's good, really good. Like I like it. Yeah.
So that's generally we want to know your feedback also, because generally most of the trainings nobody covers the Jenkins architecture. When you go for the online tutorial statistics,
Right.
nobody's putting a more focus. But still, we thought it will add the value to you, so we thought why not cover it.
No, that's really good actually. I mean, I learned new things. No, it's good, Hemant. Like I mean, I liked it in fact. Yes. Yeah.
Good to know. Yep, Hemant. Continue.
This screen is also called as a dashboard screen, and you need to navigate for all options through this screen. And this is the default screen whenever you start your Jenkins.
Right. Okay.
See on the left hand side, there is an option new item.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
You're trying to jump into the word of jobs.
Okay.
And jobs are being used for creating your builds
Yeah.
and test artifacts or documents or for deployment. So everything is for CI/CD. All the activities are nothing but your jobs.
Right. Okay.
There can be multiple type of jobs. If you are a new user, which you are, it's always advisable to go through the very first option, which is a freestyle project.
Okay.
And apart from this, even small organizations that do not have the skilled resources available, they prefer to stick with the freestyle project. But it gives you the enough flexibility or capabilities that is sufficient to create the builds and deployment, etc. But as the requirement or complexity increases, you can switch over to other options, which we will cover definitely.
Okay. Okay. So
you need to name your job something. So
let's see, test or something, you can name it. Yeah.
Yes. You need to choose one of the option, and we will choose a freestyle project as the first option.
Okay.
So you're trying to create a job. The name of the job is test.
Yeah. Free.
What is the name? Sorry.
Test underscore freestyle. Yeah. I just put that.
Right. Test underscore freestyle. And what kind of job it is? Freestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
There is a button. Yeah. Okay. Button in the bottom. Yes.
Job already exists, it says.
No problem. Create with another name, sir.
Oh.
Otherwise,
Looks
you can
like.
open it up.
Yeah, I think I pressed it before itself. Looks like.
You pressed it twice, and that's why it gives you the error.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, hang on. You want me to create a new job, or shall I,
we can edit this one.
So congratulations, the job has been created already.
Yeah.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecops? Enroll for our DevSecops certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Click the job.
Okay.
Yes. Now on the left hand side, there is an option configure.
Yes. Yeah.
On the top, you see multiple tabs: general, code management, build triggers, build enhance environment, build and post actions.
Yes. Yeah. Build and build post actions. Yep. Yeah.
So go back to on the top in the description section, very first text box. You can mention it. This is more it's not a mandatory column. Description is some detail about what this job will do. So if some other developer or some other tester or some other person is trying to understand what is the responsibility of this job, the description can be added here.
Okay.
The field is optional. It's fine to not to add anything here.
Okay.
But
freestyle. Yeah. Okay. I just put something. Yeah.
Then there are some checkboxes: discard or build.
Yep.
We'll come to this part a bit later because you just started your journey, and the right context may not be available with you. So better to leave all of these options empty. Will not touch any of these. So if you're creating a job, or which also means you're trying to build your project, you're trying to build your code, how the journey would start?
So it would be with source code. Yeah, kind of source code.
Some connectivity with the source code. So the option is none. The job allows you not to pull anything from any of the repository. That's fine, but that's usually not the case. You need to have some repository you can use. For example, Git.
Right.
So click on Git. Any Git repository you are aware of?
I have to check actually. Not at this moment, I would say. Yeah, but
so you can do one thing is there. You can just Google it or open any GitHub repo, right? Free repo is there. You can provide these things, right? Just type the Git sample GitHub project. So yeah.
Okay.
Right, so you can open on a Hello Git world. Yeah.
For today's session, I've already created a repository.
Okay, good.
So wait a second, I'm giving you the credentials of those repository. You can use that repository for today.
Okay, and let me create few from my end next time.
Yes.
Sure, yeah, you can.
Available, yeah.
That would be an exercise as well. Try to connect to those repositories and see where you struggle, and hope you manage to resolve those issues for yourself. Otherwise, will definitely help you.
Okay. So usually we copy this, right? So.
Right, this is the cop things we basically use it.
No, what?
If you're referring to any of the Git repository, usually the URL which I'm pasting in the chat window, this is the URL you usually get.
Okay. Did you ping already, Hemant?
Yeah, he pinged on the chat window. So if you can see the chat, there you can find it.
Where is it?
So actually ping you the Bitbucket URL, but for the Git, you are on the right track. The same way you have to copy the HTTP URL.
Okay.
He pinged you the GitHub URL. So
yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So now you have to choose the credentials also. So you can see the option. So sometimes when you're going to deal with the open source, then you don't have to add the credentials. But if it is but the real-time project, generally we have the credentials for our piece of code. So you have to add the credentials also. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you're getting these error because you need to have the credentials. Unless you provide the credentials, you'll not be able to proceed. And this is credential is we talked about master components. This is credential is one of the component, and I mentioned that it would be part of each activities. No need to cover the credentials separately. In fact, we are using those screens now and trying to understand how to capture the credential details.
Okay. So shall I put something here, or like actually you are pinging
Username,
something
password.
Here? Yeah.
So let's keep a username and password. Username is test user HM.
Okay. Username with password, it says.
In the box below. Yes.
Test user HM.
Yes. Password, I'm again pinging you. I ping you the password as well.
Okay.
And you can define the scope also. So if you can click on a scope. Yeah, just below the username.
Okay. Just give me a moment.
Not that place. Yeah, in a Jenkins credential, yeah, that window itself. Just show all the password, just show all the usernames. Just show all the usernames. You have the scope also.
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Right, so you can define that this is for a Jenkins or a nodes only, or it's going to global for all the child elements also.
Oh, okay.
That also you can select from it here.
Okay. Jenkins nodes item also. So what's the difference here? Like there it says all the child items, and here it just says Jenkins and nodes. So like if I choose the first option, like all child items, what it would be like in sense of that.
You can call a job from another job, and in those cases, the credential must be passed on.
Okay.
Generally, the first option is okay to choose.
Okay.
In second option, it's the Jenkins itself for this job, and the nodes would use these credentials, but you'd not be able to pass it to the batch jobs or the child jobs.
Okay. No. Okay, so I believe this should be fine, right? Again, it says ID.
No, in fact, you should look at the kind drop-down also. What are the possible options? How many ways you can connect or create your credentials? That's your kind, username and password, the one below.
Okay. Yeah, kind, it says username with password, GitHub app, SSH username with private key, secret file, secret text, and a certificate. Okay.
You can use the secret file as well. It's possible to have certificates as well.
Yeah, okay. So in organization level, Hemant, is it like they go with username and password? I don't know. I haven't checked for mine. I'll check today, like how they use it.
For the username password, the reason is behind that part, because the organization level, right? That's a GitLab, right? And you want that's your company IP, right? So you don't want to give the access to anyone, right? So 99%, it's the basically the password protected unless you guys are going to work on some open source. So that's the difference.
Okay.
Okay, which generally not a case.
Okay. 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 So here we do have GitHub. Okay. The certificate, and here is what domain, global credential, unrestricted. Okay. Okay. So what is this ID? When it comes to the ID, is it like,
It's the feature ID. Okay. Do you have the idea about the agile?
no, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Hemant. Yeah.
So so in a plain terminology, so whenever you have the feature, right? So assume you have the one product where you want to create the one feature, right? Now add the
Oh.
alert button also, right?
Yes.
So for that feature, once you are going to create in a Jira or something is there, right? Or if you want to create any specific branch, then you are going to give them like some Jira ID or a specific ID. So that ID we are talking about.
Okay. Okay.
And that description in case you want to put it, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I did hit add. Where is it? I didn't add it. I don't know. Yeah. Scope was done. Username, password. So username. Hemant, can you repeat that username which you had? Hemant, you there? I don't know. Let me check.
It pinned on the chat window also, so you can copy
It was
the
my
chat.
test user HM.
Okay. I got it. Test. Okay. Okay. It's throwing some kind of.
Open that drop down once again. Look at the left. Yeah, it has been created here.
Okay. So will it
select
still?
any other? Sorry.
No, I'm saying it's still. Is that error? Should it go away, or like
It will go away. Press apply button in the bottom.
Okay. Okay. Did I do something wrong? Not sure. No. Failed to connect. I don't know why it says that.
Are you able to hit this URL from the browser? You are within some network.
No, I am able to hit it. It says when I hit this, it says enter email.
Okay, so try to log in the same credential which he provided to you and try to log in it.
Okay. Okay. Test user HM. It asks for email ID. So is there any?
Yes, here's the your login email ID.
Sorry, 1 second. No, I'm checking it at my end.
Okay.
The credentials. Hope I shared the right credentials, or yeah, the credentials are correct.
Okay. Okay.
So better to press the save button and save this. Hope the credentials would work.
Okay. Let me go again and test. Okay.
So on the
I
left
hit
hand side, there is option for build now.
Okay. Yeah.
The build has failed.
It's not cloning actually. It says.
There is a though the use. 1 second, let me check my end. I shared the right credentials.
Yeah, hang on. Let me also go here and try to edit this. Where is it?
No, credentials are correct.
Okay, hang on. How can I edit the job again? Like, is it from, like, if I want a configure? Okay. I just want to get rid of one, and just have only one left out there. Is there a way to
advance?
No,
Okay.
not in advanced. The option is there in the credentials window. But for now, let's keep these two. That's fine. Use any one of those.
It's fine. Shall says build now. Then again, yeah, it fails connecting them.
Interesting. Yeah. Hope the URL is correct.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, hang on. Let me go to configure again and check out.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.